Hi, it's Teddy Crawford, personal safety mindset coach and author of the book Right Foot First, a practical guide to personal safety, wellness, awareness, and keeping fit for life. It's a book that I would like you to help me make go viral. Not because of the money necessarily, although I could do with some of it, but because I think the book contains information that you and your members of your family will find valuable. Read any chapter randomly and I'm sure you'll come up with some step you can take as you leave your house in the morning to go to work, to go for a walk, to go jogging, to walk the dog. I guarantee you'll find some information of value in this book. More on this later. I want to start the third of a three-part series of videos on personal safety with by answering the question I posed in my short video I posted on my page as to whether or not the iPhone selfie, how rather it can be used as a crime preventive tool, so to speak. Those of you who don't know, I have experience, 12 years experience as a cop. I am a martial arts practitioner, instructor for over 40 years. And I've been coaching people, among other things, on personal safety. What can you do? Simple, everyday thing you can do to make yourself less of a target. Now, with the advent of the cell phone, the iPhone selfie, here is something you can do. And you can apply these tactics at the end of this video. Experience has taught me that most times when someone does something violent, a guy going out with his girlfriend and killing her at the end of the date for whatever reason, he does that mostly because he thinks nobody knows who you're out with. If you're a girl, young lady, teenager, I'm addressing you right now. And parents, if you're looking, impart this information to your teenager about to go on a first date. And men, your daughters, your sisters, let this idea spread. A criminal acts usually because he thinks nobody knows what he's doing. So here's a simple trick, so to speak. Ladies, if you're going out on a date, forget the secrecy thing. You don't hide this, it's not good. We've seen the news in recent months where ladies, and I extend condolences to those parents wherever they are, who have lost the loved ones, a daughter, a sister, to criminals. You're going on a date. When the guy comes to pick you up or wherever you meet, say, "Hi, John, let's do a quick selfie." Don't ask him for permission. Just do it. Here, smile, let's do a selfie. As soon as that is done, say, "Okay, let me send this home to my parents so they can see us. We're on our date." That act alone will prevent or curtail any evil intent that guy might have, because he knows a picture of him smiling is sent to your home, to your friends, and you can send this to anybody you choose. A good idea is to form some sort of a accountability agreement with a friend, your BFF, a parent, a good friend, whoever you want to do it, so that you're going on a date, do a quick selfie and send it to them. And make sure the person you're going with sees you doing this and knows that it's no longer a secret who you're with, and he'd better make sure you reach back home safely. Okay, that is one thing you can do right now. Another thing you can do, and again, I'm going to make this short, is allow yourself to be accountable to a very high degree to at least one person. Don't hide anything. The person should know where you're going, if you're going jogging. And by the way, a sort of a extreme step you can take right now after this video is don't go jogging alone. That's extreme, but it's one thing you can do to cut down on the likelihood of you being attacked. Years ago, maybe a year or two ago, I posted the question, what if you were out jogging and came face to face with somebody who you think fits the description of the local rapist given out by the police? What would you do? What could you do? Now, a guy out there looking to attack, to rob, rape, and otherwise hurt a lady, a young lady or a young girl, usually wait until that lone person comes running up the track. So if you're in a crowd, if you're with somebody else, that lessens the likelihood of that happening. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you want to listen to very carefully right now. I had the opportunity, not necessarily the pleasure, but of interviewing a prisoner handcuffed to an hospital bed, and I wrote this in the book. And what I did through the night was to ask him questions. He asked for a cigarette, I gave him one, and so I asked, how do you select your victims? And here are the things he told me. He looks for people who look weak, tired, absent-minded, people who look easy, people who looks as if they're somewhere else. They're walking, but it's like their mind is somewhere else. So those are some of the things. And the last thing he told me, and I ask you to excuse the expression, he said he look for people who he thinks can't do shit about it. So that was so disrespectful, but that's what he told me. So that brings me to the point where I want to point out how important it is to be present. Meaning, look aware, develop a very high sense of awareness. Wherever you are, wherever you go, on the street, don't look weak, don't look easy, don't look absent-minded, be present. Nobody wants a hard fight. I wrote in a previous article that criminals, they're bad guys, but they're not fools. If you look alert, aware, present, I guarantee they'll pass you up. So some of the things you need to do that you can apply right now is to be aware. Declare yourself in the morning when you get up as a person of value and of worth. And keep that in your mind. That will help you to develop that awareness that there's somebody at home waiting for you to come back home, a young child, significant other. You're not just out there wandering loosely out in La La Land. You're about your business, and you're not going to go around with a stance ready to fight, but you're aware. Somebody look at you, what do they see? They see an aware person, somebody who is highly intelligent, who is there in that moment looking back at them, and so they'd better leave you alone. This is an individual thing, you know. This is not for everybody. This is for somebody who is following what is happening. The bodies that are found in bags or dumped in some wooded area, mostly the bad guys look out for people who they think, based on the absence of presence, that's funny, but if they look at you and they think that you're not present, you're there in body but your mind is somewhere else, they'll choose you. You want to make yourself less of a target. Simple things to do. Make yourself accountable to somebody else. Do that selfie and send it to your mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, so the person you're with knows that if any harm comes to you, they're going to be held accountable. To make yourself less of a target, be aware, look them in the eye, let them know that you're not asleep, you're not a good choice that day to pick on, and I guarantee that they leave you alone. So these are some of the things that I impart to clients that I coach as to how can I be safe. It's simple. Well, it's simple if you follow the simple steps I impart. You want to know more about what I do or to set up a coaching session with me, go to info@Teddy.Crawford and you can drop me a line or ask for a copy of my book. You just need to cover postage. Info@Teddy.Crawford, and let me know what your greatest concern is with regards to personal safety. It's what I've done for the past several years. More recently, I've dedicated myself fully to teaching this, and so you can find me at TeddyCrawford.com. You'll see the whole lineup of services I provide, and I hope I'll hear from you soon. Thanks, and safe is the word.